So hiya and welcome back to the Crafty Duck Beer Channel. Yes, I said beer channel. Today I've got a guest, I've got Ryan, and we're doing whiskies.
This next one might actually be the one I'm most excited about, and it was the first one I picked up off the bar when I saw we had it.
Well, yeah, I can't wait. I love Talisker 10.
I've drunk this once and once only, and I drank it at Black Rock, and it cost me an arm and a leg. Talisker, 18 years. So, single malt, 100% malted barley, made on the Isle of Skye until, as I was corrected earlier, the only distillery until recently.
Let me find out what they're called.
On the Isle of Skye. Very proud of their rugged maritime image, our Talisker, often adorned with compasses and the word storm and things like that.
Okay.
Made by the sea. I've got to say, I love their whiskies, and what Talisker I find has always brought to the table that other whiskies haven't is a salinity, and you heard that right, saline, a slight saltiness that I've not found in other whiskies.
Okay.
And if you think Talisker we don't know yet, I haven't tried this.
But that, I mean, again, you're talking maritime, I'm thinking sea, you know.
Maybe it's all influence. Is it that easy to influence the consumer into conjuring these ideas in their head? When that man said he tasted tarry sail ropes, had he actually gone and licked one, or was that just what the branding had led him to?
But it's kind of that, it's more of a smell thing than a tasting, isn't it?
Well, taste is smell. I mean,
yeah.
Olfaction and the way that works is all based upon its scent more so than it is taste.
So we'll find out. Are we going to be influenced to think it's salty? Like I said, if generally I've had anything in recent years, it's generally been Lefroy. I always want to say it in a French way, but it's Lefroy. Lefroy or Lagavulin, which are my go-tos. Lagavulin, not so easy to get in most bars, but most will generally have Lefroy or something along those lines.
So we do know that it's pot stilled because it's a single malt Scotch, and the majority of them are. We do know that it's potentially aged in ex-bourbon barrels. Well, we do know it's aged in ex-bourbon barrels because that's what they tend to start.
How strong are we?
We are at 45.8%.
Okay.
So it's actually a step down from
A
previous.
step down from the Four Roses. How does it smell?
The first thing you get is peat, dry smokiness. Yeah, I'm just getting peat upon peat off of that. Whereas this, you will find, will taste the same every bottle. Because those master blenders really know what they're doing. I'm really excited for this.
We'll take a big one then. This is the last one of the day.
No, it was wrong. I hadn't had
the staff are tying up your bill at the end.
I hadn't had this at Black Rock. I had the 25 at Black Rock.
Oh wow!
That's why I said it cost
So
me
what would add to the taste of extra aging?
So extra aging will make it smoother, first and foremost, because you're letting it sit for longer. I know that is as intuitive as that. The alcohol, you know what the Angel's Share is?
Yeah.
So as a certain amount evaporates. Great film.
It's a great film. If you've never seen it, Angel's Share, you've got to look it up. It's got to be on Netflix or Amazon. You have to have seen it.
I actually haven't.
Oh, so it's about some scallywags from Scotland. He gets caught doing something and gets community service. The guy who runs a community service is a massive whiskey freaking buff.
Right.
So he tries to help them. He's very strict on them. They're all kind of like 18, 19, 20-year-olds. And he takes them to his flat and stuff and tries to turn their lives around and introduce them all to whiskey. And they're like, what's all this old shit? And he talks to them, like me and Ryan have been doing today. And they learn, the young adults on this, that there's one whiskey, like Octomore, whatever, that it's going for sale. So basically they break into the distillery and steal them a bottle. And it's all over the news.
Don't do this,
it's all over the news, and they go missing. And he's so angry, and he gets home, and there's just this empty plain bottle just on there, and it just says, I think it's something like thank you. And it's like, God knows how many thousands of pounds.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a superb film. It's really, really good. Like I said, it's about 20 years old, But yeah, it's
Do you know where the term comes from, or why that movie is, or why even the bar in the kitchen is called that?
It's the amount that evaporates
Precisely
during
aging.
During aging.
During aging.
When it's in the cask.
In the cask. So obviously casks being made of wood, they are hopefully watertight, but they will be porous to some degree, as far as air can be. And an amount of alcohol vapour being an especially light molecule will...
Is that the name of the whiskey bar in Hitchin?
It's called Aging Shares.
Yeah. So there's a whiskey bar in Hitchin.
Yep.
Hertfordshire, so north of where we are, it's about 50 miles away from Hertford. Not to go there yet, but I'm sure I will be going there soon.
We will do a video there one day. But Talisker, 18.
Back to Talisker 18.
Isle of Skye, peated to hell. It's pungent.
It's really soft.
Do you not find that peat smoke's really...
Maybe it's because this would be my go-to kind of style.
That is pungent. Even from there.
I find that quite soft. It's there.
Oh, it's not as peaty as other peated whiskies, but compared to what else we've been drinking today, that is a pungent aroma. I mean, look, I can still smell it. Really, it's hanging around. It is pungency.
It's nice. Just has that smoke to the back of it.
But it's going to have a similar viscosity as well to what we drank earlier.
Do you think?
That thick, yeah, I reckon it's going to be. Let's go. Well,
let's go. Thanks for watching in Talisker 18.
Oh well.
I want to know what the 25 tastes like now. Soft and subtle, but smoky.
It's also thick and gooey in a
really,
way.
Really thick.
Like I said, oily and viscous. The finish is long.
So I know by the time we got to the end of the Four Roses, I said creamy. This isn't creamy.
No, but the finish is unbelievably long. Breathing out after swallowing the whiskey, nothing but barbecuey, smoky.
Yeah, it's 18 years, isn't it? It's worth. I think this is retailing 90 quid.
Dry as hell on the tongue, but
so it's not cheap, but you're not gonna sit down and drink it all in one go. This is definitely a once a month enjoy.
Oh yeah,
you got it all.
Always.
Gotta water it up.
I reckon that's a cigar dram right there. I tend to find the stronger the whiskey, the stronger the cigar.
Okay.
That's me personally.
Yeah.
The lighter and more delicate the whiskey, the softer the cigar.
I smoke very infrequently nowadays. I had a Cuban.
So do I.
A few months ago, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
Let's see what's a little drop of water. It's lost some of that aggressiveness, but it's got spicier.
See, that's weird.
More caramel, more smoke.
I find it stronger in the smell now.
The sweetness there is amazing. Yeah, I say spicy, but it's not as aggressive. Yeah. It's not as...
I didn't find it that massively aggressive. I thought it was quite light, but that's...
The sweetness on the tongue after the drop of water there is unbelievable. Almost something...
That's it. It's softer, like, on the taste.
Mm.
Like I said, it was quite oily.
Kind of buttery.
That's it.
It's buttery. It's almost like a really buttery biscuit, like shortbread or something like that. Or like a really hefty caramel spicy shortbread. That's
really nice with water. So don't, like I said earlier, don't be told by people you can't put water in it, or you can't put ice in it, or you can't put soda or whatever in it.
You want.
You know, if that's what you like, don't be told by anyone else. Why should you be? It's your drink, you're paying for it, you enjoy it how you want.
There's a lot of malt on that though, a lot of biscuitiness, you know, like a like pale malt, not hefty roasted malt, but a lot of pale malt.
We had it last for good reason.
Yeah, because I knew it was going to be unbelievably strong and complex flavour-wise. But yeah, there's a lot of malty, biscuity, shortbready, that kind of... I mean, can you say a whiskey's crunchy? I've heard people say Gatato is crunchy, so maybe you could.
Yeah, that's us done. We've tried 6 whiskies for you. We hope we've helped you and educated you a little bit. If there's anything you're not sure on about any styles, please just put in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer you. But like I said,
that should be a good starting point.
Yeah,
to go out and have a rough idea of what you're in for. Not what you're going to like, you'll figure that out on your own, but a rough idea of what you're in for.
Like I said, if you still are intimidated by it, try a cocktail.
Or even better, come down here. James will help you. If I'm here, I'll help you. You can get stuck in.
So Ryan, can we talk? We could say?
What? Who I am?
Ryan works at the Red Lion, in Old Town Stevenage.
Yeah, Red Lion on High Street.
Superb pub, love it. This guy, as you know, knows his spirits better. He will make a cocktail. He'll just wow you. You know.
Yeah, I suppose. Maybe
it's not an intimidating place to go. It's you know, it's a big choice. But there are places like here and like there, and there's loads of places you can go where people know their whiskey and they will guide you through it. Like they guide you through it if you want a glass of wine or what food to have. You know, this is why we're in this trade.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's not a sales pitch, man. I'm not trying to get you to buy things. I want you to enjoy it as much as I do. I mean, the only reason I'm still in this trade now is because I genuinely love it. I love the whiskies. I like learning about it. I like the people you meet, and I like introducing people to something that could potentially, you know, change their day and give them a good day. So, by all means,
what's in it for us?
Get stuck in.
To sell you something that's expensive that you don't like and won't ever come back for again. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
So if you can go away and say, I went there, I had this, they're really helpful, they did this, you know, like I said, you go away happy. You don't have to recommend any of us, you know,
No.
you had a good night, you had a good day, you enjoyed what you had, you know, and that's all we're here for.
And hopefully you learned something along the way, because knowledge is power.